Nurto Hassan had serious reactions to medicines given to her by doctors at the hospital near her home in Mogadishu. She now says she will never go to hospitals in this city.
The medicine they gave me nearly killed me. It turned my body into blisters and white marks. I can't feel anything, even if I stepped on fire.
Doctors here say thousands of patients are given fake or expired medicines every year in Somalia.
Announcing the emergency measures to the nation, the president said Tunisia is now in a state of war.
Islamic State carries the black flag and wants to establish a caliphate. Tunisia deserves international support. There is no country in our region or in Europe that is immune from terrorism today.
The sudden declaration of a state of emergency announced by the Tunisian president comes more than a week after the beach massacre, the resort of Sousse.
Outside Parliament, they cheered the result. Greece has said no to its international creditors in a sensational act of national defiance.
We are Greek, we feel proud.
People have been lining the streets of Quito now for hours, hoping to get a glimpse of the Pope as he goes by in his Pope-mobile. The Pope is coming to 3 of the 4 poorest countries in South America, Ecuador, Bolivia, and Paraguay. This is in keeping with his determination to give priority to those who are often considered on the periphery.
These are South Sudan's rebel fighters, the Sudan People's Liberation Army in opposition. They've just come from the trenches in the eastern state of Jonglei. The fighters are tired but upbeat. They sing songs of battle and victory. They've been fighting forces from the government in Juba for about 18 months now and say their mission is to change the leadership.
Despite last-minute talks to try to reach a deal, there was no deal. It was supposed to be a day to commemorate the victims. Instead, it became an ugly fight over language, reflecting once again the deep divisions within the UN Security Council over what occurred at Srebrenica. A UK-sponsored resolution calling the 1995 killing of thousands of Muslims an act of genocide was rejected by Russia, using the veto granted to permanent members of the Council.
4 million and counting. Refugees in Jordan's Zaatari camp didn't think the conflict in Syria would last this long or force this many people out of their country. Thaer al-Hoshan is one of the camp's oldest residents. He says 2.5 years later, he's finally adjusted to life as a refugee, but had this reaction when we told him the number of refugees in the region had reached 4 million.
This is a disaster. It means the entire population will eventually be displaced. This makes me feel that our conflict will drag on for years, and then a return to Syria as soon as impossible.